So checking data this afternoon, I see some good news. Wanted to hop on and tell you about it. I think it's good news for East Central Kansas, but definitely for the still muddy West Central Missouri. We've been a little bit concerned about rain on the way, and I think I have some good news. I want to go ahead and put that out this evening. But it's been a little bit more active day than we thought. Depends where you live. You may think that or not. But looking outside right now, we'll look around our area first, real quick, just because it got a little warm today, and that fired off just a little bit more activity than I think we were looking for. Nevada just got finished up. I didn't get on quite quick enough to tell you about that little thunderstorm. Sorry about that. But I do show that some hail popped up down there, possibly up to 3/4 of an inch size. That just went over Nevada. Now it looks like it's off just to the northwest of Walker a little bit, but I think it's been raining in Eldo off and on over towards Wablo for about the last hour or so that I've been looking at this data. So pretty good little fire up down there. We have another little cell right now just out to the west of Passaic that's just crossed over Amsterdam, looks like to me, and probably a little bit of hail in that as well. Seeing some small, maybe up to penny-sized hail, actually. Come to look at that a little bit, that has popped up in the last little bit as well. So that may continue to be the way of it through the evening. Certainly has been for the afternoon, but absolutely should taper down once that heat component drops off a little bit in the next couple of hours. But we'll keep an eye on things. Out to the north and the west, it's been busy all afternoon. This is where our severe threat picked up today. We do still have a severe thunderstorm warning for quarter-size hail, and this is picking up right now. Osage City, Linden, almost out to Vassar. So this is out to the west of Ottawa. And these cells, actually, a little bit ago, were traveling to the southeast. Kind of had to see in the progression. Now it looks like they're almost headed east with a little bit of a northeast track. It looks like everything's picked back up that way. So, but for some of these areas, it just feels like they have just hung out forever, right? So that is what's going on right now. Let me go ahead and show you what I see for tomorrow. That's really been a significant change. I wanted to hang out and watch this enough times that I could really believe what I was seeing. But this is when we wake up tomorrow morning, which is about what we thought. We have precipitation and thunderstorms out about Hays, Kansas, that we were expecting to move due east. But this is what happens for tomorrow. They do move east, but I'm looking for them to possibly fade out here around Wichita. And this would possibly be in the 1, 2 p.m. hour. So look at what happens over here in our area. I don't know that anything makes it. We have the same environment tomorrow, right? So we still have these pop-up thunderstorms, pop-up showers, and everything in between. Look what happens as I just kind of move through the model data. But as for Thursday night into Friday, I'm not convinced that we get that big rain soaker that we've been talking about. I'm not convinced we don't, because I think it is so spotty. And keep that in mind for just a second, because I'm going to show you rain totals in a minute, which are not going to look at all like some of the data that I put up this morning. But I think we have spotty showers. I don't know that we have that huge body of soaking rain that moves in Thursday night, Friday morning. I think the chances are still there. I think we're going to have at least a 30% chance, but I think it's just going to be spotty stuff on and off. I don't think we're in for near what we have been thinking. Apparently, I am not alone in that school of thought. Look at these rain totals. We're down to less than a quarter of an inch. I'm looking at Bates County, around a quarter of an inch, possibly up into Kansas City. But look how spotty they are. 5/100ths of an inch over by Warrensburg, and maybe a quarter of an inch down at Nevada. This just means spotty showers and possibly thunderstorms. So places that get a thunderstorm, this isn't going to hold true at all. You're going to pick up some heavy rainfall for a few minutes, just like we're seeing this afternoon. But by and large, big picture, here's another look at our area. I just think overall we're going to see much lighter amounts. I think higher amounts are going to be around a quarter of an inch. Honestly, that's the number that I am seeing the most. So honestly, I think that is pretty good news. I thought you might like to hear about that. The proof will be in the pudding tomorrow morning. That'll be a whole other night worth of data that we get to take a look at. We will see if that holds. We will see if we get more thunderstorms in one area than another. That's just hard to do with this particular system, but that might tell us where we might get the most rain. So we'll do that in the morning. Otherwise, I will keep you posted. Have a great evening. I will talk to you later. See ya.